In this video we're going to look at how to create websites using IIS on your virtual private server. Now before we get into this, it should be noted that if you have the shared services on your account, then you do not need to do this. Everything should be done through Website Panel. In fact, if you do have shared services and you do this, you will almost certainly put this and the Website Panel configuration into conflict, and all sorts of things will go wrong. So this is only for those that do not have these shared services. First thing is, what is IIS? It stands for Internet Information Services, and it is Microsoft's web hosting platform. You can normally find it on the start button of your VPS. There it is. And you need the manager. We've got it open right here, and you can see that at the moment we've only got one website being the default, which is added by default, as the name suggests. First thing to do though, before we get into creating websites, is actually to create some files that are going to make up our website. You must have the files and the folders before you create the website. So in our C drive here, I've got a websites folder, and I've got a folder for test1, which is going to be my test1 website, and it has a default HTML file in it, which has basically just got a hello world message. There you are. Not the most exciting HTML you'll see, but so now, as soon as we've got that in place, if we go to our IIS, what we want to do first of all is to stop the default website, because otherwise it just gets in the way. Now, next thing we need to do is to create an application pool for our website to work within. If you've got multiple websites on your server, it's generally good to have a separate application pool for each one, because otherwise if an application pool stops, it stops all the websites that are attached to it. So if you have a problem with one application pool and you've got 5 websites to it, all 5 websites stop. So that's not good. So have a separate application pool for each one. We do that by going to application pools from the left, and then add application pool from the right. Give it a name, and choose the correct level of .NET version that you actually need. If you haven't got any ASP.NET, it really doesn't matter. The latest one is 4. So there you are. Version 4 also incorporates version 4.5, bizarrely. So if you've installed 4.5 on your server, it will show up as version 4 in here. The mode here, integrated, is the default, which is what you want. Classic mode is really if you are coming up from an IIS 6 ASP.NET application, or a classic ASP often uses classic mode, but generally speaking you just need integrated. So we'll create that, and we've created our test application 1 pool. So now we're going to create our new website. So we go into sites and we say add website, give it a name, and we need to select the application pool to use. It makes the name for us here and it would create that for us, but generally speaking we want to create it ourselves and then select it from the list. And there's the one that we've just created. So we'll select that, point to our physical path, and we want to point to the folder that our files are in. So it's right there. Now we come to the bindings. You want to bind to the IP address of your VPS. If you've got multiple IP addresses, then you would generally have one IP address per website if you wanted to. So you just bind it to the IPv4 address here. Now, if this is the only website on the server, you need not worry about the host name. But if you're going to have multiple, so you're going to have mydomain.com as the top level website, and then you're going to have another website which is test.mydomain.com, then the test subdomain needs to be added in here, and it will be done as test.mydomain.com. You would add the host name in there. If you've only got the one site, as I say, you don't need to worry. And then you just click OK, and your website is then created. It should start automatically. If it doesn't, there's a start button over here, and then we should be able to browse to the website by clicking the link on the side here. There we are. After it's built the site, we've got our fabulously well designed Hello World application that started for us. So we'll close the web browser down, scroll back down here, and that's how you create the website.